I just want to give everybody an update on your donations for the Parliament for next month. The count is $619.58. Taken care of for next month, we got a little something left over. But I want to say a special thank you to the Earth that under the guidance of Earthly Embrace, they added on Power Cycle dollars to the Parliament for next month. So thank you to the Earth that added on with Earthly Embrace. Parliament is secured for next month.
Show of hand, how many in here got $20 in their pocket right now? See? See? Come on. Like, it's just sad. So I'm just basically go through this on the committee, we would need, number one, a chair, a deputy chair, that's number two, a secretary, number three, a treasurer, number five, a publicity officer, number six, an entertainment officer, number seven, a membership officer, number eight, a fundraiser officer, number nine, a chief security officer. It don't apply for none of this stuff if you're not principal, all right? If you ain't principal, this is not a game. Everything is real. You know, getting up here, bickering back and forth about, you know, I understand the transparency, how much is in this account and that account. Let me build about this too, about fixing that school. Yeah, me and my brother Prince Supreme, you know what I'm saying? Me and my brother Prince Supreme, that can be done, and not just us. He a law man and his physical, he was working on that at the same time. That school is still open, and let me tell you something. I got over 20 years experience in the construction field, dealing with all that type of science. I said dealing with that type of science, plastering, painting, carpentry, I know how to do all that. You know what I'm saying? And there's plenty of y'all sitting out here that know how to do all that. So y'all got to step up. You know, we could do it from in-house, and the school don't have to close. Like on the side of the store, you got it upstairs. All y'all got around, just as long as me, is not as long as me. And if you didn't, go upstairs on the other side of the store, the side of the school, same damn way. It's the same damn way. All we gotta do is make a second floor and put 3 classrooms up there. For now, we dealing with now nation ahead.
Yeah, man.
And go a loan for 10 years and might be stuck. What happens if you don't pay that loan for $200,000? They taking it. See what I'm saying? We gotta be all wise and supreme. When you dealing with anything, you gotta be all wise and supreme.
Oh, excuse me.
Like, you know, I just sit here and listen. Today to a lot of people, Bill. It's okay sometimes to deal with the science. That's not what it's about.
I don't know why.
Like I said, it's now nation and now is the
I don't know
time.
why y'all keep letting
My vision is to set this up,
it was
and
packed
I'm
last
going
time.
today and tomorrow, y'all have the blueprint. You will have the blueprint to do it right and exactly, and it'll always be here. Teach the young what I'm speaking about, and give it to you.
No.
And that school will be there for another 100 years, 50 years, or whatever way you want to say. And the most beautiful part of it is from us. This is from us. We don't have to owe nobody. We don't have to worry about nobody taking up from us. You know what I'm saying? Word. We don't have to take anything. Not only that, along with that confidence and these different positions, I heard the God, people are asking God, well, what if we want to do something else? You know what I'm saying? Y'all get this? When I hand this out after I finish building, you'll see. We got committee. Any one of y'all got a determined idea, you want to do an event, push it up to the committee, you decide to, guess what? The money comes from all of us. All right? The money comes from all of us, so it ain't no one man or 2 men that's going to say, oh, I'm going to do this with you. We all got it. There's only one God, and his proper name is Allah. You know what I'm saying? And when we want to see him, we all need to come together like this. Not come together when it's time to shake your behind, or when one of us turn home to the essence of life, and stuff like that. That's what I see people. I see people I ain't seen 20, 30 years. You know what I'm saying? This is the problem, man. Allah set this up for a reason. You know what I'm saying? He set this up for a reason when he came. And speaking of that, we're going to go back in time. All this has to do with time. Right back. So why? We're getting the so-called new year on the 24th. But it ain't mine. I don't know what's good.
Y'all don't care about that.
Why I know that? Allah says himself.
This is going to the world.
He said, son of God. He said, I will turn home on the new year. Guess what? A lot of the dogs was looking for him on January 1st. He went home on January 1st. Then when he came home, March 24th. That's the new year. Very equinox. You know what I'm saying? When zodiac sign Aries come into play. This year, it'll be on the 20th. At 5 5:24 p.m. So you deal with the science, you gotta science it up, man. When I deal with this history, don't take me on face value. Everything I tell you is right with that. And it was presented in one of the Son of Man, and I got copies for y'all. I got copies for y'all. And hearing that lesson was called Afroback. And one of our great brothers, you know, he had his ups and downs or whatever, but I still know. The Honorable Robert Teller, Allah B, or Born Allah, he wrote that. And I got it for y'all, and with that, I'm gonna say peace. Give it out.
I just want to ask a question.
There you go.
I want to ask a question. Like, the question I want to ask is about the law of character. I want to know, I mean, there's going to be communication about that, about how much we got. I would like, I mean, it should be, I shouldn't have to ask that. I shouldn't have to ask that. Last month, we told them exactly what it was. What about this one?
My name is Father Supreme, Allah. Today is mathematics good. What we talking about? We feel knowledge of the manifestation of that. They call you between something in the movement and we don't talk about of self-knowledge of Allah. Or we more knowledge. We know we can't hide by knowledge and knowledge. The room is just used to the speech. So we have to start being truthful here. We not mention that is because in regards to dealing with what's going on with the venue in the school, the reality to it is that they got something called extension youth from downtown at City Hall. I know my brothers went downtown and took the pictures at the table. When we sat at the table, I'm not going to listen at the table. I'm going to bring something to the table. The extended youth mean this. And next time we go downtown, I can go downtown with brothers so I can make sure you guys understand what's going on. We can use the school, we can use the classroom, we can use the auditorium, and we can use that for free. We can use that for free. And that bill will be actually paid for by the state. Mayor Eric Adams said that. He said it almost about 4 months ago. He also said in regards to dealing with that particular science, if you got a nonprofit organization, and you know for a fact that you're going to have some type of way where you say you're going to implement building of any kind of school, anything is concerned, they're going to flip the bill. Why I'm saying that? Because I was down City Hall on the 24th on William Coaching Day. I was down there at the Understanding Hour. When I went down there, I spoke to the Deputy Mayor, English Louis Martin. She said she had capital if you got a building. And if you call a community-based organization, all you got to do is show the proof. I'm not negating anybody talking about collecting money because they said they feel as though they got to be sufficient in regards to trying to do something in regards to the nation. But using that guideline and saying that we need the money to make sure that we can pay to have something at the auditorium, to have a rally or a parliament, we don't need to do that. All we got to do when we go downtown is we got to just show and prove to individuals that we know who we are and what we represent. I told brothers down on the Pacific Basin how I got to go downtown was this. I told a lot of brothers before, we have to go out in the street and teach. Brothers told your Father Supreme, there's different ways of teaching. Ain't nobody got to go out there in harm's way. Well, if you say we God, where we supposed to be at? We're supposed to be out there where there's harm at, so we can show and prove and make sure we make everything civilized that's out there. I got a call from an individual I had $8 wrong before, and I told the brothers in regards to be at a Zoom meeting.
Peace.
I told the brothers that I got a call from Brother God downtown because they told me that it was his sister that worked at the Lindsay administration who was 80 years old, and Harriet Taylor, she was being harassed by some gangbangers, right? Crips, that's stuff they was up. So I went out there in Medina, out there in East New York, and I went out there to go see them. In the process of all that, the reality to it is, they looked at it, when I looked at Sid Davis, as not just a land developer, but he's also a lawyer in regards to dealing with Mayor Eric Adams and Reverend Al Sharp. He just wanted to see was we still out there, or we still out there in the street. So when I went and called him up, I was just letting him know what reality to it. Now, reality to it is, I need some type of assistance in regards to trying to get individuals, not just a job, but be engaged in cause. Be engaged in cause to the point where individuals to have not just a job, but have a pension, have some benefits. They can sit out there and say, do something constructive within themselves, not just for the little most money community. And when you got knowledge, so this is what I told them. Somebody say, you got knowledge, so you got knowledge of stuff, you spend time by your God for yourself. That's when you sit down, you might start talking to yourself. You might start answering yourself. Here we got the message in regards that we deal with, in regards to understanding a Muslim message. But we know February 20, 1934, that was the answer, the best Honorable Muhammad could do when we started answering questions from Sarah. For us, I told brother before, you just got to go out there and show them who you back and what you do. But now it comes to the point now, I'm going to bring another issue up in regards to dealing with the Son of Man. I heard the people talking about the Son of Man. All right? When the king had passed, it was only a few that matter of fact that was king. It was myself, it was Merciful, it was Sia Quill, when he was there, it was also ABG, it was also Shamgar, it was also another God. The reality, we're not even bringing that up is the fact that I see on a consistent basis, it brought to my attention by a brother here in the nation that told me in regards to that they want to deal with bringing back the Son of Man. Then you have brothers in Asiatic food, I heard down here still selling the Son of Man. Anytime somebody comes to you, make sure they show improve. A lot of brothers, when they sell something, keep it simple, they want to make some money. I don't know if he knows that. I don't know if he got to understand what a lot of it. But the reality to what I'm trying to say is the fact is this. While the Son of Man is concerned, it's incorporated. It's incorporated to the point where I'm trying to say it's the IRS. So if anybody comes out there and talk about they're selling anything other than the Son of Man, the reality for me, I had a different way of doing it. When my brother told me, yo, Father, you know what we want to do, we take care of support. We keep it simple, we civilize. So I'm saying that to say this. The main things I told brothers in regards to matter where you at, what you bring to the table in regards to far as talking about this nation right here, I wanted to make sure to see who was out there, who was really out there teaching. I mean, I hear a lot of brothers talking about the money and the finance and so what's going on. Yeah, okay, things. Yeah, we gotta have some gold. But we gotta have a goal too. ZO8L. Let's see what we really doing because some of these institutions are high learning. That's why when I gave that the Somber Library, I said the battleground for the institutions are high learning. I said that because I know brothers around me walking around wearing their degree on their sleeve. That's what I was seeing. That's what I was seeing. I don't want to be hearing about no Isaac Newton talking about gravity or Einstein, talking about relativity and MC equals squared, all that sort of piece. But the reality is mathematics, our language is supreme mathematics, supreme alpha. That's how we dissect all that we're speaking about. When we come on to one another, the brother keep talking about the devil, you know how we get to this mentality as far as that knowledge stuff. So the law said, the brother who asked the question, understand the born, then they tell the brother was saying with this. I remember him one time say, he had a conversation with AB and Prince. And asked what the degree mean about, you know, in regards to why the God made devils. Because the law told them, I didn't make no devils. Because there ain't no unrighteousness in me. So once you keep going back to that, I don't want to hear that. So I told brothers this one consistent failure. Because once we come on and get caught out there to a point where saying, okay, you know what? We said y'all put this on, you know, you're 8,400, they say you're big devil, okay, so that's 9,000. So the 6,000 years being lined up as well, it's from the Bible taken from the 9,000 years to the 15,000 years. We ain't put on that. You worship religion. We can sit down and respect others, that's religious, but yes, we're not religious. So my whole thing, like I said before, prior to me, I made my friends, I want to come down here because every day at the equality hour, I always go through the lesson with a lot of the youth out here, because I told those on a consistent basis. And I say it's over and over again.
This that lesson from the law beat. Mine is on top. That's the one that came out the Son of Man.
I made my finish to the point that anybody that was saying it was the first time born they was short, I want to go ahead and understand. I want to make sure I put all the degrees in the video to make sure it was right and exact. When brothers see me on a consistent basis be around our brother AB, you know what I mean? I went to him because I want to see was he going to lie to me. I tried to challenge him. He told me that a law, but so a lot of brothers go to Harlem Prep and said to him, they wanted him to go teach. That's why we hear brothers, whether it be IR, Law B, Colleen, or whoever say he taught him. So yeah, we got the national church as far as that building, but the site is the perfect place for a thing. But the site they done is not and will create positive thing. That person that's our national church right now is the last and the first down board is the ABG number 7, Allah. So y'all want to accept it or not? The main thing I told him, make sure we come ahead, let's see what brothers is at. See what everything that's going to give you. Make us walk and talk, we ain't got to idolize him. The three things he told me that I looked at to the point I kept saying, one time I looked at the brother and I kept saying, you know, I can say your father, listen, you know, they were being, going out there trying to have bodily harm on an individual, so to keep it simple, when you teach brothers that's incarcerated, you got to keep it simple with it. If you kill everybody, what you want to teach? Keep it simple. You know what I'm saying? I asked a brother the other day that told me he was out there selling drugs. I said, you sell drugs to the baby, 2 years old? He said, no. somebody 22 years old, said, yeah, that's not good. I said, well, you ain't gonna sell drugs to the baby, but you gonna sell it to the baby maker. That makes sense? So I'm saying that to say this, brother, listen, when we come here, I love the fact that we come here and we say, anytime you want to see a law, oh, you're going to come together. I was thinking, brother, sometimes, brother, we want to see. No, we want to understand it. We want to understand that individual that we come together, we do a little check and balance and look out and understand what brothers are speaking about when they start talking about they out there showing improvement in regards to their disease and wherever they live at, as far as their home and school, where they work at. We're going to see what somebody's showing improvement because we're going to build a fruit tree by the other day. But our group that we are, as a matter of fact, that's going to stop all individuals from being highly bad. You see, we back mathematics. So one thing that I told brothers from before, the fact that I said, okay, with peace, and I told my brothers go down there and speak to David off, where the second generation of time, I went down there too, but I told my brothers, you know, they wanted to speak to me only because they said my name was mentioned. My name was not mentioned because I don't talk about that school. I told them about the whole planet Earth mountain. However, I'm interested, but I'm not being committed to that. But the reality too, I told them, I said, the only thing they call me is at the same duration of time, like I said before, is the fact that I understand what I was speaking about. There was no guards that went down there with me. It was just my soul, as far as this brother with me from the union. And at the same duration of time, I was telling them, I think we need jobs. I'm not listening to so many things people talk to me like. So, you know, aside from that, I'm going to be conscious of mine was like, my mind to it, we have a amount of time, and we got to come there, everybody has an opportunity to speak. But what I'm saying is, everybody here is great. And I told brothers, I see myself, and you don't want to see yourself in me. That's what they want to say. Because the same another thing I started saying, let me say this, right? Everybody knows me as far as Ukraine, brother out there in the youth, there's been a lot of individuals. At the same duration of time, fathers of Ukraine. Everybody see me out there, say, fathers of Ukraine out there with the youth. A lot of people know me as big boxing. I told individuals, you can't come to my show. I told them, I said, what I started seeing lately is that I had a lot of individuals out there, you know, not in a better word, hard expressing on people in video, a lot of people dancing individuals. I said, let me be real out there. You got to see yourself in when you can sit back there and say, you can teach them how to be with no pillows. You want them to be the next scientist, the next lawyer, the next public case may be. But at the same time, it's going to take this time and speak to the nation of their tongue. What I want them to plan on doing is tomorrow. They know me from putting a boxing ring in your community and making sure I have individuals that come by and make sure the truck is the point that I told them, they got something to talk about guns down. I said, no, I said, my mind, I said, guns down, hands up. Ain't nothing like somebody want to take care of themselves. The first time I had to show them to the individual, I told individuals, the first time I had to go out there and speak to them, I was military, I was in service. And I ain't talking about unless the first lesson I teach somebody, I ain't no smile. I'm not in Kentucky, I'm not in Georgia, I'm out here in South Carolina. You know the first thing you tell somebody when you no smile, they gonna fight. I ain't really saw me out of that, kicked out of the house. I wasn't, you know, I had no suspicion with that, but I'm saying as far as going out there teaching, you gotta beat them where they at. You gotta beat them out there, they ain't got knowledge stuff. Even if they come to totally to tell you, they open to hear what you got to say, or give you what you got, the reality to then you're gonna be something that you're gonna take it personal, like you talk about this, talk about that. But the reality to it, that's what you got to go with. And I know they told me out there in college, they told me, they said this. And I had to fight that thing, they were fighting for it. He said, the Muslim, I said, no, I'm not a Muslim, what's the split of the law? I am the law. And kill so I don't move, he whooped my ass. But when he went he said, listen, are you gonna relax now? I said, no, you got to get you. He looked at me and said, told everybody else, he said, no, anybody respect this man like he was fine? In the South, the North, the South, nobody said nothing about his law. Y'all can teach you more than you can teach you. I did the same thing, I just went in the inside, when you didn't take it. But I keep looking at that, when we go to the point, we said, well, y'all can teach us more than because the people who follow the big dogs, they say, hey, yo, y'all been good enough. But I told you, the brothers incarcerated. I got one question. I always say something to the police. I told them I'm going to I told a couple of brothers before that that's good. However, the big picture is going to make you try to say, I got one question. If a person is incarcerated, can they vote? Okay. Okay, in certain states. The whole planet Earth is our home. I told the brother that was on the death row, I told him, listen, what you got to do is teach. I said, brother, listen, let me explain something to said, the main thing, the problem with the opposite nations is drugs and alcohol. Brothers locked up, so we go, that's not my problem, Father. I said, somebody with himself locked it out. He said, yeah. I said, that's your problem. I said, the bottom line, all you gotta do is go out there, they got family members that want to see you free. But if you're gonna free your dumb, the state of Pennsylvania about themselves, start teaching that. So that's what I said to say this. We got a lot of power in the institution, writing these acts. At the same mention of time, the truth that we got here, is let individuals know, be accountable for what they say, and also what they do. That's the policy. And then you can see us showing through the full bucket. Having said that, I'm gonna say peace.
Peace, family.
King Shalom, my name is God, Universal Allah.
Big. That's all.
2020, he made a promise to our nation. This is 2023. We dealing with what are the scribe goals of Islam to the same personality. Symbolize us symbolize. But the law prescribed for us that we have responsibility for the youth. 23rd, we believe conversation with youth. Build the youth. The story I read in history that I got from my big brothers was that old man Justice told the story how he met Allah. Allah said, the Muslims and the Christians clean up the adults. I'm going to clean up the youth. I've been involved in many committees, the jail lawsuit, the prison reform king, a lot of things that have been on out here. It's draining. Draining, I just turned freedom at a cipher. Last year, I was understanding born, I was focused on taking the devil into health of our planet. So I made it possible, and now I'm dealing with peace and happiness. So what we doing is we only focusing on the youth. That's it. We don't want to be involved in any quarrels because we love everybody. If y'all got kids, y'all bring them. The youth office consists of 500 individuals. Myself, my name is Roger Burson, I just said. I'm going to let them introduce themselves. Peace. Peace, God. Peace. Peace, God. God,
wisdom at the activation of an idea. Because knowledge is always to know, peace, and observe, and respect. One is to be brought into existence. We're bringing things into existence in a complete form of science curriculum that we've been dealing with for the last 3 years. We have an overdose trip, we have a overdose trip every single year. We have a rally that we do, and we have a rally that we do, we have a dinner that we do barbecues. Some of y'all have seen us in front of the school doing barbecues in the summertime. So this is what we're going to do. Every single parliament, we are going to have activities for the babies in the gym. Please bring the babies. Please bring them because we're going to have activities. That's the word is bond. That bond is life. So we're going to always have activities in the gym every single parliament for the babies. Peace.
Please, I'll come in the name of Just Understanding Allah, the Black community, along with C-Line. We represent the youth office out in that part of the land. I cover the kids and the youth in my community better. I had years of experience at the student shop. My grandmother suffered from AIDS and HIV, so I was really a lot of fruits and veggies. So I was already into the science. Good food and good mental food as well. So I understand the issue of what we do for the day.
And it's working because these brothers are multiplying. His queen no lesson. His young daughter named True Born. Part of True Power. And it's just beautiful. You know what I'm saying? It's beautiful. I had knowledge myself when I was 13. And it was nothing like what I see how it is now. Even the lessons that I had to renew my history. When I say renew my history, go over and change my foundation and fix it. And I want to thank Rashid God Supreme, where you at? Oh, next man, brother. Man, but all our big brothers that was there for giving us the support. Because they come in different angles. Rashid gives us all the politicians, the political support and ideas. God Supreme tells us the foundation. Black Chief Shamgar gives us a lot of resources. And, you know, we're nothing without our older brothers. I love y'all. We're nothing without our older brothers. We love y'all. We're going to be in the gym. Please, I want that over there. We done with the business going. My duty, my part of the city is to make sure that this life, this culture, live in my city. Make sure that it's live, it's live. Continuously teach, continuously again. Sometimes it's not what you say. You have to be attention every way. Most attention down, I get that being a father. That's the greatest thing that I can have. My children. You know that. Starts at home.
And God mentioned something to me about spending money. So I'm being the first to say here. Listen, it's too many men in this nation that need to come out their pocket. I don't want to use another word, so I'm going to excuse myself. But we as young men, elder men, and fathers of this nation, you come out your pocket for this nation. If you got $1, you drop it off at the door. It ain't about you, it's about this nation. See, and I'm gonna show you something else. See, Yaku did not build prison house for his people. We were not his people. Yaku was an original black man, but we were not his people. Yaku people were the doctors, ministers, nurses, and crewmakers. They were the ones who wouldn't go to his law. If not, they paid with their lives for every law they broke. So understand your lessons. We are teachers, okay? Let's get this right. When this nation needs something, we come through as men, as fathers, as gods.
Peace. And I'm here to share today's mathematics. Highest form of wisdom is to act. To make it complete. Update for Harry Tubman. Former. Yes. Okay. January, still have not heard from Principal Gavin. But the good news is we have a great relationship that we continue to develop with Central Law and Central Year 92. So moving forward, we will continue to be able to use this school by universal performance and show and prove if necessary. So Harriet Tubman is still on the table. However, we're going to make sure that we have a place secured for us. All right? Now, moving on to the next piece, let's talk about the law school development process, idea, and concept, and to let you know how the decision making is being made and for clarity. So, the five brothers, Tamari, Rashid, like Justin, Beloved, myself, the way we continue to work is still vetting, doing the research, doing the writing, and then
the law school record board. So the five that does the research and the idea, even possibly some of the negotiations, right? But we don't sign off. That's not checks and balances. It's going to be a law school record board. Now, moving forward, it is clear that the law school board of directors needs to be developed. It's not going to stay as is. Okay? So, how that's going to work in terms of the process, along with other things as part of this whole project, is that it's called focus groups. Whenever you do research, you have focus groups for people to add on, to add their ideas. That's like Jason's contribution. So that's how it's not isolated. That's how it's not separated. It's one mind. And how you do that is the process of focus groups. The strategy and the process of how that's going to happen is we're going to do the union of blessing of technology. We're going to utilize the idea of this Zoom call, and it's called breakout rooms, right? And we're going to have the people who have expertise in those particular areas to lead in that discussion. Some people to come on and add on. Those areas are going to be education, school design, focus on vetting and developing the law school board of directors, and then fourthly, how that commercial space should be used for the law school development. Because as we continue to learn, it's an idea for a performer where one part of the project pays for the rest of it. It's just, what are we going to decide we're going to do to allow it to pay? A lot of ideas suggested, but again, the five of us are just stepping up, taking the idea and doing the work, but we know it does not end with us because it didn't begin with us. It began with our law, and as his sons, as men, we decided to do something and stop waiting for somebody to drop down to do the work that we know we need to do. I am a principal with my doctorate. I would be an idiot not to lead the education process. Would you not agree? So, if we have these expertise, we need to use them. Doesn't mean we're better than anybody else. Doesn't mean it's just us. But we got to step up and lead. Because if we don't, we're fools. Okay? So again, we go over the process again, so everyone's clear. The five of us will grind, will research, develop, right? Even possibly negotiate if it's needed, right? But just know this, even when it comes down to vetting the architect, right, which we're getting close to, we let the God Myron from Mass, who is an architect that many of you know, right, for years. He's the one who led us in that, because he has the expertise in that craft. And then that process will go so on and so on and so on. So again, five will vet, but then after we vet, we give it to the law school board of directors who actually will make the final call, the final decision to sign off on any deal that happens. So just be clear, though the five of us are stepping in, taking meetings and all that, we're not the ones who make the final decision. And the process of having everyone add on as much as we can, because we also have to be sensible. We're a huge nation. People say, how many? It's hundreds of thousands into the millions, because the way we taught throughout the years has been so explosive, right? And exponentially multiplying over and over again. You can't put your finger on it, right? So to think that we're going to capture everybody at one time is unrealistic, right? And actually dishonest, right? So we're going to do our best to capture as many able minds to do this work together. So we're going to use our technology to do a Zoom call with breakout rooms with expertise, those who have expertise lead us in those endeavors. And then that's when people can contribute, add on, come up with consensus. Say, oh, I have this idea, let's add on to it. So I'm going to be leading the educational component. Ron will be leading the design. And then we'll have others to lead in terms, I think it will be probably more justice and law savior in terms of board directors. And then we'll have those who have the expertise in terms of business, in terms of the commercial property piece. Is that clear? All right. Thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. So, Don, you have been here. So, again, you know, we'll continue to make progress because Don Sean Chapel have been attending the educational community board along with me, right? We didn't make this one, right? But still, it's the same. We have all the confidence and support from the Board of Education there, along with the superintendent, deputy superintendent, and the board members. They all say that they want us back, right? They even say Principal Garrett wants us back. I personally have not heard from her yet, but I know it's in all in goodwill. But again, we're not going to sit at home and wait for that just to happen. So that's why we're here, right? And because the relationship that we nurtured with them has been so good, you know, first I got to tell you, the deputy superintendent, Dr. Dawn Brooke Davenport, first thing she said when she first met us and decided to see the truth, she spoke to her that morning and says, what do we need to do, Principal Jarrett, for the dogs to get back and have it something for the ball? And she said, oh, I'll be back. And she said something about December. So all I can speak of is that the energy is good, it's all goodwill, but that still hasn't moved yet. But they're not getting enough on that, right? But we're here because we need to be inside, right? Because we live in New York. We live in another region where we didn't have to have to before. In New York, we need to be inside. So any other questions before? Yes. Not to her supervisor, to anybody on the board, not have to
tried to meet up with you. I called you. No, this week we
But
did.
nothing direct from her. Everything about us, I will tell you, there's nothing but good energy. They receive us well, they're happy to have us, they actually look forward. They actually, anybody who knows anything about school board meetings, what happens is they have, their notes and minutes, so they go through the agenda, and then, they go to the public, and then they go to the executive session. And then once they get the executive session, right? They actually delayed their executive session each time to allow us to build. That's how much love and respect that they show to us. So they actually, because they know that we are part of the community. So they're actually happy to have us here, right? And actually, I enjoy going because there's a lot about what's happening in 55. That's where all these schools are and for what's happening. So there's a lot. So one thing on that note, then I'm going to pass the mic. So one of the things that we learned is that New York City schools is passing a Black history curriculum that Dr. Dawn Davenport actually wrote through Columbia College, and it's going to be mandated by the New York State Education, right? So that's one of the things. And then once that happens, so we give you another piece. I was born and raised in Long Island, but I moved to Medina because I wanted to go to high school for performance, right? Because the misnomer about education in New York City is like, oh, New York City schools are terrible. No, New York City schools is amazing. It's one of the few places in the country where you actually get to choose what middle school or high school they got to go to. I wanted that as a young person, so I moved to Medina, I moved to the East, so I could benefit from it, right? So I got to tell you, what happens with the DOE, whatever happens in New York City, the rest of the state follow, and the rest of the country follow. So the fact that New York City is going to adopt a full-fledged Black history curriculum, that means it's mandated by all the teachers to teach it, not just in February, not just being nice on the bulletin board, like it's gonna be a requirement, right? A clear expectation that they teach this, right? The right way. What's that? Well, that